I'm gonna have to share this on Facebook because I don't know how to work technology. And is it gonna let me do it while I'm still recording? Oh, yeah, sure as fuck can. See, um, Destiny. Why won't it let me tag her? And Brendan and AK, you all are in big trouble. Watch it, girl. Because I'm joking, but for real, I need y'all right now. Okay. That was my internal thought process, by the way. Some people have asked to hear my internal thought process. I don't know why. Is yours not like that? Like, can you not like pretend to be mean and then like, but have like ulterior motives just to confuse and delight people at the drop of a hat? That's literally my goal every day. What did I say? Commit violent acts of kindness, and I mean violent. Oh, and then I said not all acts of violence are, or not all abuse. Hold on. Not all acts of passion are violent. Not all acts of passion are violent, but maybe that's the problem. Why don't you ponder on that? Because I'm going to go change real quick. Because that's what this whole fucking channel literally got taken off, and then I got monetized because of the fucking drop the towel thing while I'm in that mirror doing, my goddamn makeup. And they let me do that. And yes, I know it was a tease. Like, all of you boys who keep saying, like, you need to put the camera lower, keep asking me to do it because you're just cute as a fucking button. That's the point, sweetheart. By the way, when you're having sex with your girlfriend, start, teasing the fuck out of her because that's what you like. And then she's going to, know what to do. Don't start fighting. Just fuck her better. I really wish Houston were here because he and I could really explain this to everybody in a very adult way. Because at 16, that man said pussy to our principal in front of both of our parents. And my dad looked at him and he was like, well, I don't know if she's going to marry the young man, but I'd be proud to have him as my son. He said, thank you, Mr. Oyster. And it was a beautiful moment. I'm going to come back and tell that story in just a second. So if you want to hear a story about my pussy, Destiny, I did steal these. No, I'm not sorry. Come back and get them, bitch. Or, yeah, come back and get them because, like, literally I'm just trying to get you guys here so I can go get some cigarettes and I'm going to steal your car. Like, I hope you know that. Like, this time I'm really, like, I'm just going to run around the house like I've done to one other person. I did that to Hunter Brown. I ran around the other side of the house, got in his car, and drove off. He loves me now, though. We're best friends. Like, he definitely tried to hurt me that day, but we're best friends now. He definitely broke my door. Brandon, you gotta come fix my fucking door. I like how this looks. It's like, ooh, Robin's in the other room. What's going on in there? Ooh, look at the color of her pants. They're very pretty. I need, I was gonna change into, all right, we need to talk, actually, about what I'm gonna change into. Well, Amanda Green. Can you see me in the mirror? You probably can, kind of. Well, I'm just going to show you my butt, and then I'm not going to show you, the front bit. I forgot I'm not wearing. Oh, this is going to be horrible. Oh. I mean, it just. This is like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. How, like, he would change, but, like, mine's a little bit more risque in the amount of changing I do, but definitely not at all. Fine, I gotta see if this outfit looks okay. Oh no, that now I look frumpy. Oh Lord. Yeah, see, I mean, just the baggier shirt, you gotta wear something. Oh, hey, somebody's watching. Hi, Leslie Griffin. Oh, thank you. I bet you look fine today too. What are you doing? Are you not working today? I realize that like everybody else works. Kind of. Not everybody. All those stay-at-home mothers who are not mothers yet. Have you? Yes, I have been okay. Oh, thank you. Really? I made the whole room shake. I have Farrah Fawcett hair today, and I was actually talking to Farrah earlier. I was like, girl, I mean, it just feels fluffy. Like, I don't know how you did it, and you rocked it, and you looked amazing, but I don't like it for me. It's like, hold on. I'm going to tell you what it feels like. Have you ever done this, by the way? Because I've never thought of the world like this, and since I started thinking about the world this way. It's incredible, okay? So I sat here, and I just, like, I was doing my meditation, but instead of, like, clearing my mind, I thought, am I comfortable right now? Well, this is a little tight, but it's not, like, uncomfortable. My hair is touching the side of my cheek here, and my back, and a little bit on the front. And my toes were curled, so I relaxed them. You do like a full head to toe. I did this during college. I was a dance major, which is actually a really incredible major to have. I could have been a BFA, but I had to take an extra semester. And I'm stupid. I didn't do it. I could probably go back and get my BFA now. But what's incredible about kinesiology, which is part of a dance major, is that you learn about the body in motion. So not only am I a nurse and I know about, and technically I'm a doctor everywhere else in the world except for America, but I'm internationally certified. So I can go anywhere else and be called doctor. That's why, like, whoever, like, did the thing that one day, like, you're not a doctor, what the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah, sweetheart, do you know what the fuck is wrong with you? Because I don't really care, but you should probably go to the doctor because you're retarded. So you said cute earring. Oh, thank you. They are from a very special friend of mine. If you were a burger at McDonald's, you would be the, oh, you are so cute. Who are you? I like you. That is the cutest shit. Oh, sorry. Here, anybody who doesn't feel like reading the comments. If you were a burger at McDonald's, you would be the McBeautiful. Leslie, are you a boy or a girl? Because I just realized Leslie can be a boy name. Are you going to do a naked stream again? Yeah. I was actually going to pretend to be naked in this one, and then I was like, then I'm cheating, and then if I... Yeah, I inevitably would have done that, and then somebody would have been like, that bitch is wearing her shirt, and then I would be like, God damn it, I got caught, and then I'd be like, oh, well, send me to jail or something. Just kidding, don't do that again. You retracted a message. How do you do that? You said, I saw that comment. You saw what comment? Oh, you did see that. Yeah, I know, right? What a bitch. I'm pretty sure it's Amy. She works at Duke, and she thinks that she's all that. But she's not an IBCLC, and she works with IBCLC. She'll be like, well, I work with IBCLCs. Does that mean, like, if you know a brain surgeon, you're a brain surgeon? No! Also, you're a funny person, and I like you and all of that, but, like, I don't try to make you feel any kind of way, because, like, I'm just trying to feel friendly with you when I'm in the room with you, and I'm not. See, this comes back to, like, the whole feeling. Okay, so I'm going to finish saying that while you continue typing, answering all my questions and stuff, because I like all the things you said. So you sit here and you just think about your body, and, like, one class I remember, because Caitlin and I were together, thank God, because she was the only person who could get me to relax like this. I mean, Kendra probably could have been able to do it too, but were we in Kendra, you're always partners with Mika, and that's not fair because you're sisters. Anyway, so and I remember I have a really hard time relaxing when it comes to when I'm dancing, because I'm so self-conscious about what someone's going to think about my body and how I'm moving it, because of how my parents raised me, and I was spanked for every fucking thing that I did. Not my dad, excuse me, my mother. But then my dad did beat the living hell out of me one time because my mom lied and said blah, 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 blah. And then he beat me until I passed out, which taught me respect. So I'm not judging him. Like, I still don't agree with spankings, but some people do. So if you are on that train, if you're riding that crazy train, you know, I see where I was a strong-willed child, and it definitely made me less strong-willed. Anyway. So I have a really hard time relaxing my entire body. The reason that I started changing my mindset lately, even though I knew all this stuff and I knew it in college, so it's been a long time ago. decided I'm going to pretend to lose my mind today. And I got completely butt ass naked, covered myself in mud and, clay, and walked outside. I'm finally admitting this online. Okay, let me see what you said to all my things. You like my bra? Oh, thank you. They're like, I plucked them this way for so long, I don't even do anything with them. Kiki, do you love me? Gavinson, what the fuck kind of name? That's incredible. Can you stick your tongue out as far as you can for just 1 minute? No, it's going to take you longer than a minute. It's going to take at least, I don't know. I got in 32 seconds before. I was really impressed with myself. Do you have it? And can you do the mud thing again, but stream it? You know what? I would do that. Absolutely. 32. See. I like that I am 32 right now, but it's always going to be 32. It's never going to change from that. Olivia's is 2 minutes. It's going to take about 2 minutes. And I'm like, she's like, yeah, you need to drive about 2 minutes. I'm like, baby, what are you talking about? She's like, 2 minutes. And I realized that her daddy Cody used to say, all right, buddy, I'll be there in 2 minutes. And so she just thinks 2 minutes that's the time. Your brows are so perfect. Thank you, Leslie. Leslie, are you a boy or girl? Wait, oh, you said girl. You are a girl. Okay, wait. So that's what, all right. Let me ask you something. I'm not asking you this in a mean way. Are you gay? Or are you not envious, but are you like, you know what I'm asking? Are you doing the girl thing? Because I'm a girl too. We can all. You're bi. Okay. So see, that's why I was asking. Because I was like, if you're trying to flirt with me. So, because I know I would sit there and be like, oh my God, Jessica Alba. Like, I have to look just like her. I loved her because I never even saw the movie Honey, but I saw that she did that movie. And like the cover where she's like, you know, strike a pose or whatever. I was like, she's a real dancer. I can tell because her body is exactly like mine. And I thought I was ugly back then because my mother raised me to believe that I was ugly. And so, by the way, if anybody has a question about that, her exact words were, it's so unfortunate the way you look. All of your boyfriends are going to leave you for your sisters. We got to do something with this hair. I remember that's what she was working on that day. So my mother was very, very destructive to me. My brother actually recently texted me to say, I don't think I was abused growing up. And I was like, why did you feel the need to just say that? That's not what we were, it was in a group text, but it wasn't at all what I was talking about. And so I think that he must have gone on my Facebook and seen something or whatever. And it was on his heart because I said that he was also abused. But not all of us were. But there are 8 of us total. So, and my oldest brother, who was my biggest advocate, he knew that what was going on with me specifically wasn't right. And he stuck up for me. And Aaron, you were abused. You just don't know it. My mother called you fat all the time. And you weren't. And also, if she's feeding you an extra bowl of ice cream and not letting me have any, do you see? Like, and you didn't know that that's what was going on. But like, also this has something to do with Hasidic Jews. I think that they knew about us coming because there's like the curl and then the like ball. Anyway, you and I need to talk about that. I hope you watch this. But you work 90 hours a week, so you probably aren't going to because you actually do shit with your life, Aaron, and I love you. By the way, if you are watching this, I'm not saying that you don't do anything with your life. I'm just saying I love my brother and he knows me well enough. He's like, I don't need to watch her talk. I had to listen to her talk for 17 years. And I'm like, yeah, okay. Oh, try the mud thing now. You retracted another message, girl. You better stop doing that. Yes, Jessica, I love you. Okay. Thank you, Kiki. Do you love me, Gavinson? I don't know why y'all really like my hair today because it's literally, this is like my least favorite, but thank you. No, this is not my least favorite. My least favorite is greasy up top, then all this goes stick straight, and then the rest of it's curly. I don't know what the back looks like right now, but that's always got like 5 waves right here, no matter how many times I straighten it, because as soon as I walk outside and the humidity hits it, right? And we just work with what we got. And I never wanted straight hair. I've always wanted curly hair because I knew that I could straighten it with a clothes iron because before they had straightening irons, like I said, clothes. I made sure that I said that. Anyway, the point about the naked thing, I will do it one day. If YouTube, I have to ask permission because they've already, when I used the P word in the title of something, I got dinged. You get 3 strikes and you're out. And this one's monetized. So I don't want to have a second strike. You teach me once, I got it. I played softball and that is funny. I've never thought of it that way, but I played softball and I was horrible at it. I hate that the light keeps doing that. I hope that nobody's having a seizure right now. Gosh darn it. I don't know what to do with this. The whole room is a mess. I need to clean up. Dave's over there crying about how he can't find his glasses and he thinks I'm going to leave my property for him. And I'm like, dude, like, no. Anyway, I didn't like the lighting over here, but now you're not going to have a seizure. I don't think. Maybe if I turn it this way. Anyway, I need to work while I'm talking to y'all anyway, so I'm just going to, but I'll keep coming and checking on what you're saying. But the thing about the getting naked, I need to change out of this shirt real quick. All right, I'll do a little. Okay, hold on. I gotta make sure there's no other mirrors here. Okay, good. So I'm doing this for you guys. But I don't know why you want to see this, because here's the thing: I really am against porn. In one sense, it's actually a helpful tool if you are having sexual dysfunction. So if you are having normal sexual function and you start using porn in your sex life, you are effectively giving yourself headache medicine when you don't have a headache. And then if you take too much headache medicine, almost every headache medicine, then you'll have problems over a period of time. And then if you do it too much in one dose, you'll overdose and die. I literally had a girlfriend in high school, Antonia, died from a Tylenol overdose one night after years of chronic Tylenol abuse, and she and I both would take it when we were on our periods together, so I then freaked out and wouldn't take Tylenol at all anymore. But she ended up getting such bad liver damage when she went to college and was drinking all the time. She was at a funeral, got drunk, went home, took Tylenol, and died later that night in her brother's arms. So let me come back to talk about the naked thing. Sex is not going to kill you necessarily, but it can. We all know what AIDS is. I love that South Park joked about it finally, because it needed to be joked about, but hepatitis C is not fun, and that'll eventually kill you. Herpes isn't going to kill you. Gonorrhea, herpes is what syphilis will fucking kill you. I had, the rapist gave me trichomoniasis. I had green shit pouring out of my vagina. It was disgusting. I was getting lightheaded, so I was being volume depleted. I had to go to the hospital 3 times. One time, my stomach, I looked 5 months pregnant. And for me, 5 months is when you are getting fat. And I remember I was like, am I going to need surgery? And they said, you might. And I remember the nurse looked at me and she was like, hey, at least it doesn't smell as bad as a GI bleed. And I started laughing. And so all the nurses who watch that are going to be like, oh man, that must have smelled really bad, because if she compared it to that. But I mean, and I was sobbing because I had green shit coming out of me. And not like period blood. It was like, it was so gross. And sorry, not sorry. Just by skin contact with somebody who's got it. So if they've got the non-vaginal or the non, I don't know as much about trichomoniasis. And to be honest with you, I would love to be the Dr. Ruth of today, because she did, all the sex therapy stuff. But I'm not a sex therapist. I'm also not but I'm a booby doctor. So I know enough about love, about oxytocin, about relationships, nurturing, and then some general fucking common sense that some of you guys don't have because you weren't raised right, and that's not your fault. And I'm so glad that I can finally say that out loud, and this is the perfect place to say that, because I said that to somebody the other day. I said, well, I mean, it's not her fault. She wasn't raised right. And they were like, well, yeah. And I was like, yeah. And he was like, but it's annoying. And I was like, yeah, we just have to tell her that that's annoying when she does that, because she just wasn't raised right. And then we have to say, you weren't raised right, but we can't say that because that's offensive. And I remember, because then I said that, I was like, oh yeah, how are we going to tell her, this is not something that's wrong with you. You're not doing anything wrong,
but your parents did not teach you how to da-da-da-da. And it was sorry, this wasn't a sex thing. This was like a normal behavioral, like, something she was doing when she was going over to people's houses. And I was like I had met her family, and I was like, oh, never mind. Her parents are pieces of shit, and she's not a piece of shit. And that's what gets confusing. That's what gets really confusing, is when you're like, oh my God, I love this person so much. Why do they do this destructive thing? I just answered my own question from this morning. Sorry. South Park is the best. Yes, it is. Softball, you can do it now. You'll be fine since it's just 2 people. Oh, you're seeing how many people. You're doing the girl thing. Okay, so let's address what Leslie just did. I'm sorry, because I love playing boys against girls. Like, I love pitting us against each other, because I always am going to go for the boys team, but I have to play on the girls team because I got a pussy. Why are you freaking out about my eyebrows? What is it about them? Do you need me to come do them for you? Because some girl in jail tried to, like, fix them for me because, like, I couldn't see. You know, in jail, the mirrors are not real mirrors. They're like if you were to go in a hubcap and try to look at your reflection, some hubcaps probably give you better reflection. And it makes you lose your fucking mind, especially when you're in solitary for 29 days. 29 days. Yes, I'm always going to talk about how 29 days in solitary. Oh, and that was actually where I or get out, like, talk to anybody, even the COs. They were like, stop talking. And so, like, I couldn't even talk. And so, you know, like, I heard a friend out there, and I said, hey, so-and-so. And they're like, shut up. And I was like, I didn't know I couldn't. Everybody else is yelling at each other, like, when they see each other. And they're like, stop talking. And I was like, oh, my God. And I was naked because they took my clothes from me and said I was suicidal when I wasn't. Which, by the way, I had said I was going to bash my head in. So then when they took my clothes and, like, were like, oh, you think you're going to be cute? I was like, oh, you think I'm not going to try to bash my head in now? So naked, I stood up and started going, bam! By the way, I did it about that hard 3 times, and I cracked my skull. I had, like, a huge goose egg there. And I was like, oh, this hurts. It's not doing anything. And I remember, like, I got, like, exacerbated. I sat down against the wall and slid down butt-ass naked onto a cold concrete floor. And I went dunk, and I was like, oh, that was it. And they said I stopped breathing 38 times in the 3 days that they kept me naked at the bottom of the cell. They did not feed me, which, by the way, that's pretty much violates every human right ever. Except for, you know, people used to do that shit in the old days, you know, like Robinson Crusoe. Like, he was, you know, beaten with whips and chains and stuff like that. So I've always, like, watched, not the Three Amigos. God damn it. The Three Musketeers. And it's up for one. And you know what I mean? And so anyway, they are like, you know, like torture chamber kind of thing. I always was like, oh, thank God we're not living in those days. Can you imagine going to jail? So when I was laying naked at the bottom of the cell for 6 days, really I was only naked for 3 days. They did give me, you know, clothes. They didn't let me shower though. So 6 days, and then I got to shower. But the door, when it would open, would sound like chains going like a drawbridge. But the first few times I heard it, because I had thought about Robinson Crusoe and all that stuff again, I was like, well, at least we're not in those days, and I'm in jail now, but this isn't that bad. And then so I heard that, and I thought someone was walking to come and start whipping me. And so I would have panic attacks every time they opened that fucking door, which they did all day long. They would open and close that thing. And every time it would wake me up out of sleep. Because that's the easiest thing to do, is just to sleep through jail, which I did eventually get to do when I went to maximum security, which is where they put me because I am a menace to society. Which I still think is funny and cute. And I bark at the police officers sometimes, and then they're like, that's not funny. And I'm like, go run away, you little bitch. I am kind of badass. I was going to say that, like, I'm joking, and then I was like, I'm not going to lie to them. All right, so let me see what Kiki, do you love me, Gevinson? That's crazy. Yeah, all of that story was crazy. But anyway, the naked stuff. Let's go back to that, because I forget what the point was. But if there was a point that I missed, always feel free to, like, you know, remind me, because, like, especially if you're watching this while I'm live, like, I'm happy to answer any questions or whatever. And So like Leslie, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to tease you or joke with you, but you seem like you could take it, and you're super, super sweet, and thank you, because I think you can see that I genuinely thank you. But like I said, I'm sure you're beautiful too, because like everybody is, and like have you ever? Anyway, that's a story from there. I don't know where all my hair ties went. Like there are underpants gnomes or there are cord gnomes. South Park has the underpants gnomes. Okay, that's what gave me the idea. So back to the South Park thing. When I worked in the hospital at nighttime, all of the cords I would like make them super nice and like neat, and then like it doesn't matter if somebody had like 20 drips going, their cords were straight. And then I would come in to like give report, and then all the cords would be fuck. And that's exactly what it feels like every time you see it like that. And you have to sit there and be like, hey, Mr. Johnson. Okay, so this is Kelly. She's going to be your next nurse. Kelly, I swear to God, I did not leave it like this. Yeah, that's what you always say, Robin. No, I like, so see, and all the fluid, I don't know how he got an entire liter of fluid in an hour, but like I was running that at 83, I promise. Yeah, Robin, that's what you always say. And no, I swear to God, there are fucking gnomes that come in here in the last 2 hours of my shift and fuck everything up. Okay, Robin, like, chill out. It's going to be okay. Like, I'll fix everything that you did. Okay. Why don't you do that then? I thought, wouldn't it be funny if I like never came back? Everybody's like, oh, she really just stopped that there? But like the video went on for like another 30 minutes, and then everybody's like confused and like, I'm just sitting here like looking at an empty room, and then y'all would have sat there for 30 minutes. I don't think any of you waste your time listening to me right the fuck now. There's still one of you watching. So, Leslie, there you go. Do you have BIK19? Oh, a bikini. Leslie, you got me there. Yes, I do have a bikini. Dave keeps asking me to wear it down to the creek. By the way, I haven't talked about Dave much on this channel, have I? And you seem that you watched me a little bit, so you would know. Have I talked about Dave much? He said I talked about him a little bit, but I might have talked about him on my Facebook. I know I talked shit to his daughter about him on Facebook. Or like, I was like, bitch, I'm giving him back. Like, you said to be nice to your daddy. He is not a nice man, so I'm not, no. You have talked about him a little. Okay, thank you. Thank you for answering my question. So, Dave and I met in my house, and we started seeing each other after about 6 to 8 weeks of like texting, and we didn't even see each other. We were very, very friendly, but like not, we hadn't been intimate or anything. We got to know each other really well. I ended up in the hospital for something, which is stupid. But he was like, oh my God, I'm coming to see you. And I was like, really? And he was like, yeah, I'm trying to find a ride right now. Like, cause his car was broken down. I was like, well, you don't have to like panic or anything. He's like, you're in the hospital. That's serious. And I was like, yeah, I feel that way too. And then I remember I started crying. I was like, I actually really like this old dude. And by the way, I do know that he watches this channel because he's subscribed. So he's probably down there watching it right now. And this is, actually, he might not be watching. Yeah, he probably is, because he's like whining like, I can't find my glasses. Bitch, and how the fuck are you reading to text me that? You are blind as a fucking bat, which is why I was suspicious of you, because the first few times I met you, you weren't wearing your sunglasses because it was nighttime. So I was like, this poor man doesn't even know what the fuck I look like, and he's seen a blob, and like, she sounds pretty. I mean, she smells bad, but like, she sounds, and she, yeah, I don't even know. Like, a blind person would not ever want to date me. No, all those feels. Oh, so let's go back to the naked stuff. So I'll stop talking shit about Dave. I'm not going to finish that story. But Dave, you know where you live. I was going to say where you live. Anyway, he moved after we started dating because he likes me that much. He definitely does not live in my backyard. He definitely does not wade through my creek and go stand right out there and look at me at night sometimes. He definitely does not accidentally give it away every time and be like, What are you doing? I see you're up. How do you see that I'm up, bitch? Oh, you were online. No, I wasn't. Like, I literally just, like, happened to pick up my phone right now because I, like, had to go poop and I wanted to look at my phone while I was pooping. Well, I mean, I'm definitely not outside. Like, where are you outside? Like, are you in that bush? Or are you still in the trees? Oh, it was really creepy when he came up one night with the flashlight because it, like, started to get bigger. And I was like, this is kind of like in E.T. or... Actually, I don't even remember that movie because I hated it so much. But, like there was one... Maybe Lost Encounters... Oh, like how that... Like, how, like, it was, like, the light just, like, started coming through. And you're like, oh, my God, what's coming? What's coming? And I was like, I knew it was Dave the whole time. But I was like... It was still kind of, like, scary because I was like, what if it's not Dave? And then I was like, oh, shit, what if it's, like, somebody actually scared? And I was like, oh, I'm the scariest motherfucker that, like, in this little area. And they're all scared of me. So, like... Police, they're not very nice to me about it. And one called me a whore, basically, and I said, I can't help that I drive men insane, but I'm not fucking all of them, if that's what you're implying, sir. And I called him sir. I think I handled that really well. Anyway, the naked thing. So let's talk about that, because I think that somebody did call the police about me being naked in public, to which they answered, well... by not coming, I guess. But I would imagine that they probably said it's not illegal to be naked on your property. And the reason I'm saying that is that I was told that I would potentially get cited because I was hanging my undergarments on the clothesline on a Sunday. And I said, are you serious? And they said, yes, we do have a lot of those stupid bylaws that are old, but I can ticket you for them. And some of them are offenses where I can arrest you. And I was like, and it was a brand new cop. You know what that means? They know all the laws because they actually just read them and had to take tests on them. And all the old guys are like, I only worry about, like, you know, drug dealers, people murdering people. Like, although, you know, when this crazy chick calls me and says, hey, this was not an accidental suicide or not an accidental overdose, this was a murder, we're going to ignore her because fuck it. I don't want to do the paperwork on that one. Like, we're definitely not going to get justice for Tanya Jordan. No, definitely not going to get justice for her son. By the way, Tanya was murdered by Mike. I don't even know Mike, but he was bragging about it at a party, and 3 people have told me, and it was 3 different parties. So I'm pretty sure that he actually did it. I don't even know his last name, but it was a dude named Mike that she was dating. So if anybody knows whoever to contact about that. Tanya Jordan, she was in her early 20s. She had 2, I guess he would have been 3 when, 2.5. I met them outside of her. She was wearing a bikini and she was sunbathing that day. I remember I thought, like, oh, she's really cute and pretty. I was like, I remember those days being young and whatever. And then her little boy ran up and was like, mommy, and whatever. I was like, she's a mommy. I was like, and she looks good. I was like, how does she have any stretch marks? Bitch. And I was like, well, I still look good too. But, like, by the way, that's where you should always go, Leslie. And I'm sure that you do. But that's, like, if you are, you know, not... See, and when people say bye, like, let me give my opinion on that on a different thing because I've already gone on for 30 minutes on this thing. But, like, the naked thing. I went out back, which I'll actually show you guys. I'll start recording the next video, talk about some other stuff, and show you my backyard. When I walked out there, I, like, ran around, like, and I had, like, that little hee-hee-hee. Ran around the bush because that's the only place where potentially someone could have seen me. And then suddenly I'm standing in the field and I got scared. I had, like, real fear. And I'm going to talk about that in the next video because I'll go show you because then I can kind of, you know, walk through that. And plus, I told God, you know, that I was skipping yoga today. And then she was like, oh, really? And then I was like, and now I've been, like, my tummy has felt sick since I said this. So I have to go do my prayers and stuff anyway. So give me about 10, 15 minutes. I got to do my, you know, morning stuff. I will show you sometime. I'm not going to do it this morning. But I got to change and put some different. Anyway. So if, Leslie, I guess you're the only one watching again. So I'm not religious. No, I'm spiritual. I can explain that in the next video too. I didn't believe in God until I killed myself. I was agnostic, so I wasn't, like, atheist or anything. But I had said when I was 16 to my dad, I said, I don't know, I kind of feel like
right now I should just, live life and stop worrying so much about church. And because I was so active with my church. I was in the youth group. I did all of the missions trips, all of them. I did roofing for an entire summer, one summer. I was at church and youth group and Wednesday night and chorus. And I was very, very active in church. Because I was so afraid of going to hell growing up. And I thought that was and I wanted to get a job when I was 14, because that's when you get a worker permit. My parents wouldn't let me. I got it when I was 15. So I figured that I would volunteer at my church. That would teach me how to have work ethic. And then that way, when I started working, I would be ready. This is literally the kind of person that I am. We are the annoying ones who are like, teacher, you forgot to give us our homework. And then you're all like, ah. And there's the one in every class. And I was the one. And I'm defensive of it because fuck you guys. You need us. Just like we need you. We need all you morons. Yeah. Like some of the boys, we're going to sit on your dicks. And we're going to do it like with pigtails and laugh at you in our heads while we're fucking you. And then be like, I feel like the blood flow to his penis right now is like really, really intense. I wonder how many centimeters or how many millimeters it expanded when he started. Oh man, like where does the muscle tissue go? And then you have to like stop for a second and be like, and then they'll be like, what did you stop for? Like, oh, never mind. And you keep going because you remember that you're like riding a dick right then. That's literally not a story. That's really a false story. Do you have Inata? I don't know that one. Inata. What are you saying? Wait, what? The glare is like, I need to put my glasses on. What word is that? I don't know why. Like, I can't even see the letters on it. Do I have what? By the way, I don't have enough clay made up, but to do it today. But I actually will do it for you because I made my Nightman put the clay on because he's African American. He still doesn't like it, but all my other African American friends do. So I'm making him. Can you see it? Out in the light, it'll be better. I don't want to spill it everywhere. Yeah, and actually this color does have a little bit more brown in it. I put red Virginia clay all over me because, like, first of all, I'm making body care products and soaps and stuff that I'm going to be selling on Etsy or Amazon. On Amazon. So I was playing with all the different colors and stuff. And then I was like, I'm just going to pretend to have a mental breakdown and go do this. So if anybody comes, like, I get in trouble or whatever, like, I'm just going to pretend that I have gone crazy again. They'll take me to the hospital. And then when I get there, I'll, revert back to normal. And I did that one time, pretend to be crazy. And then when I got evaluated and they were like, you did that on purpose, didn't you? And I was like, yeah. They're like, why? I was like, I needed a ride into town and the hospital gave me a taxi home and I can ask the dude to stop at the grocery store on the way. And I needed you guys to, let my parents know that I'm not crazy or whatever. So can you call my dad? And they were like, yeah, but don't waste taxpayers' money like that again. And I was like, oh yeah, like I totally would care about that kind of shit. But I was a doctor here and I paid a lot of money towards taxes. So I figured like I've done my due. And she was like, oh, okay, right on. You were the movie doctor, right? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, oh, I remember you. I was like, cool. People don't usually remember you when you're in the hospital like that. You didn't answer my question about the Nata thing, but I got to go eat too because, like, my tummy's about to start growling again. I didn't eat all my pancakes. I only ate 3 of them. I'm going to go eat the other 3. They're this big too. Somebody asked me if I don't eat carbs. No, that's not my secret. I'll tell you my secret in the next video too. Ding! My breath really stinks right now. I have to tell you that too. I gotta go brush my teeth.